gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
What is up? Good morning. Glad you can join us Friday morning here all across the Woodward Sports Network. Stay with us all day. You know the drill. You got Big D coming up at 11. You got Bray and Shep coming up at 2. Heavyweights tonight. Justin sitting in the massage chair today for Maz. Maz is heading out east. Somehow, some way, Maz found his way into a couple of passes for a suite at PNC.
Oh, of course he did. That sounds like Mass to me.
Yeah.
We need to study that man one day. How does he pull all these scams, dude?
I have no idea. His Rolodex is deep, though. I know that. He has a
Very
very deep Rolodex.
KG, JB. By the way, speaking of that kind of stuff, I know a guy who was at the home plate club yesterday. You know how they completely remodeled it and tightened the screws and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, some of those pictures, that we're going to have to hit up Justin's dad to see if Justin's dad can get us some tickets to the home plate club.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Dude.
What's up, Justin?
So
Yeah,
actually,
you're the one
me
paying
and my
here.
dad are gonna go at some point this
Of course
later in the
you are,
season.
man.
Of course.
Because we went earlier in the season. It was when the initial actual club wasn't open, and it was in the Tiger Den upstairs, and you had to walk from the seats all the way up to their bar area.
Of course you are, Maz.
Yeah, right.
Hey, you
Young
know I
Maz.
gotta get all the
Maz.
hookups, you
It's-
know, with my dad.
Young man.
Man.
But yeah, so I'm excited. I want to see the new underground bar area to walk all the way up to the concourse. It kind of sucked, so I'm excited to see the new area. You said it looks amazing.
Dude, it's unbelievable. Like honestly, I know a guy. I bet you if you think real hard,
Yeah,
you can figure out who the guy is. But I know a guy who got a chance to experience that yesterday. Unbelievable. Like, he was sending me pictures, and it was like, dude, like the Champions Club is unbelievable. Like,
Yeah.
if you guys haven't seen the Champions Club at Comerica Park, it's unbelievable. This is next level stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it really is.
Like
It's-
next
it's-
level in comparison to the Champions Club. Champions
I
Club's
think
nice.
so. I think so. I really do.
Wow, all right,
I
all
think
right.
it's even nicer. If you guys, JB, KG, have you guys been up to the Champions Club?
I have not.
I have not.
We're gonna have to find a way to do that.
Yeah, I don't ever get invited to shit, so I'm ready whenever
Well,
people
you've
want to
been over my house for the barbecue, and you're
Yeah,
coming over in a
thank
couple
you,
weeks
Sean.
too. All
You're
right,
the only one that came through.
I'm
Thank you,
not
Sean.
gonna get you. I'm not gonna listen here. I was thinking about this morning. You guys, I hope all of you out there know the last thing in the world I want to do when I come in here, and I think I can speak for everybody in this room, especially KG, because if you don't know, KG loves him some Tigers.
I do.
Okay? All
I
right?
do.
The last thing in the world I want to do is come in here in the morning and talk about shit. And it's funny because you guys know the drill, okay, whether it be social media, if you're doing a radio show, whatever the case may be. People, man, that dude's hating on the Tigers. Do you think I want to?
Yeah.
Like honestly, flip positions for a second. If you're one of those guys, oh, you guys gonna bag on the Tigers again? Do you think I want to?
Right. What is hating at this point? They're
Right.
fucking terrible. They've lost double-digit games since the All-Star break. It's bad.
Their offense is anemic. Their
It's
bullpen
everything.
can't get it done.
Oh,
Their
the starters.
They left Reese Olson in too long last night. It's just everything is going wrong for this team right now.
Did they? What else were they gonna do? Because
I guess putting in Dietrich Enns would have been no.
Man, I'm so sick of
Solution.
Dietrich Enns, and shout out to intern Ryan, fire up chips, all that shit. You know I support that. I don't ever want to see Dietrich Enns fucking again. I'm being real, bro. I'm done with Dietrich Enns, but. Yeah, it's just like, what were they gonna do? Like Reese Olson, yeah, he went out there, he had a good 5 innings of baseball, but eventually you need your starters to go at least 6, man, because you're trying to preserve bullpen arms. And I don't really trust anybody in the bullpen besides Will Vest right now. It's crazy what a month can do in terms of baseball, like especially talking about the Tigers.
Line of the morning, fire up chips and all that shit. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, that works.
All that shit.
No, really. I mean, you guys, when you the one win in this stretch was Tarek Skubal doing Tarek Skubal things. He's the only one that's immune to it.
And he's going to have to do it again. Hopefully, we don't want to rush the baby being born, but we kind of need him. So,
KG, that's what pisses me. It's everything and everybody.
Yeah.
Like name a guy that's immune to this.
Jahmai
other
Jones.
than Tarek Skubal.
Jahmai Jones.
Okay, sure.
Jahmai Jones has looked great. That's the only good takeaway to take away from any of these games. Nah, but I really don't even know what to say right now. But it's been bad. I acknowledge that it's bad. Am I still panicking? Not necessarily, but the flag is up. Like, you gotta, anybody with eyes, Stevie Wonder can see what the fuck is going on with this Tigers team right now. But it's funny because I told Terry, and me and Terry were debating this on Wednesday when I was here. I said, at this point, if the Tigers are what they are supposed to be and what they've shown us this first half, I actually don't mind them going through this adversity right now, because we need to see what this team really, really is, because when you look at it from a macro level, this is still a very, very young team, and they've never been in this position before. So the fact that they are facing adversity, which has been, kind of foreign to them this season, they've had a pretty easy walkthrough up until the All-Star break. I want to see what the fuck this team is going to do. I want to see how they're going to react. Put them in the dirt, let them squirm around a little bit, and let's see what the fuck we got. If they lose the lead, they lose it, but I just need to see what the hell this team actually is.
KG, I'm right there with you, and if I have to be the bad guy, I'll be the bad guy. I'm at the point, and I hate this term, I'm telling you right now, but I'm at the point where you've got to find a spark someplace, okay?
Yeah, you do.
And forgive me for saying this because I love the guy, I have mad respect for the guy, but the A.J. Hinch old bit of, we'll be back at it tomorrow.
Right.
Well,
Get tired.
Hey, these guys have to make a choice. Are they going to grind it out, or are we going to keep doing this? You just come back tomorrow and you leave that in yesterday.
Just getting tired.
Whether it be him losing his shit, and I know that's off-brand for him. I know that's not like the Jim Leland moment. I know that's not his shit. Or maybe it's going out and getting somebody. Maybe it's going out and getting Bednar from Pittsburgh or Suarez, whatever the case may be. I mean, Wario went to Seattle yesterday. Naylor went to Seattle.
Yeah,
so,
big move for them. Yeah.
Tell me that guy doesn't look like Wario, by the way.
He does.
He does.
Holy mother. Every time I see, Wario, and you do the look. Josh Naylor is Wario.
He do look like Mario.
Wario. He makes a noise and everything. He just looks so bitter at the world. But this is where we're at right now, man. And it's the Jays, and the Jays are feeling really good about themselves.
Yeah.
And I get it. Ebbs and flows. There's going to be this, that, and the other thing. But I can't help but say to myself, KG, I've seen this before. Not to this degree, okay?
Yeah.
But when I think of the 2007 Tigers, Verlander had a no-hitter. They're coming off the high of 2006. And then all of a sudden it gets to summertime and you saw them start to go like this. And you saw Cleveland start to go like that. Now, obviously, not to this extreme, where the Tigers had built up the giant lead and best team in baseball type of shit. It's not that easy. KG, you stole my thunder, and I'm glad you did. This is a young team. People forget this is a young team, man.
Yeah.
And they're going to go through the ebbs and flows, and they're going to have those shitty moments. And this is a prolonged period of shitty moments. I'm just not sure if going up and picking up a Bednar or even adding Suarez. I'm sure you guys saw the list yesterday. They were talking about it on ESPN, where they think some of the big names are going to go. And they are saying that they think Suarez is going to end up in New York with a chance in Detroit.
Right.
Bednar, of course we need an arm. But that's not the fix-all. This is an everything thing right now, KG. It is. This is everything and seemingly everybody on this roster.
No, you're absolutely right. And to a degree, AJ Hinch is absolutely right. It's going to be incumbent upon this young core to pull themselves out of this shit because there's no help coming on the way. Like, even at the trade deadline, if we do make moves, sure, you know, we'll all rejoice, we'll all be happy, but there is no savior coming to save the Tigers. They, in-house, need to figure out what the hell is going on, identify it, and fix it quickly. Because, you know, part of my confidence in, okay, if they lose the AL lead, then I'll be concerned. Part of that is, okay, when the Tigers went on their run last year, not only did you need a miraculous comeback by the Tigers, but you also needed an epic collapse by the Minnesota Twins.
100.
You need two things to happen in order for this shit to really just hit the fan. So if the Tigers end up losing this lead, it will also coincide with the Cleveland Guardians also just making a rise to prominence. So that's why I have belief in this Tigers team. They still have enough of a lead to be able to withstand this, but they have to fix something very, very quickly. And your answers aren't coming at the trade deadline, although we all know they need to make moves.
By the way, JB, thank you for putting a smile on my face.
All right, what's up?
You JB just texted us a few minutes ago. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Another scar tissue moment, right? Whenever I see injuries at camp, now immediately I assume the worst.
Yeah.
That's what last year did to me, right?
Right.
That's what last year did to me. But according to Danny Rogers, thanks to Danny, we want to give proper attribution.
Shout out.
Danny Rogers tweeted out, Dan Campbell says TYRANN Arnold and Derek Barnes will both be back at practice today.
Love to hear it.
You
Love to hear
guys,
it.
come on, seriously, you all did the same thing I did
Thank
yesterday,
God.
right? I started to go like this.
Yeah.
It's happening again.
Yep.
It's happening again. I started to go like that, so that's good news to be sure. Tigers have to find a way. I don't know what the answer is. I'm not going to sit here to pretend what the answer
Nobody
is because it's
does.
everything,
Yeah.
Justin.
It is everything, and it's very concerning. And I think that we're getting to a point where I believe the division lead is down to 7 or 8.
8.
Yeah.
8. I mean, that's less than we climbed back from last year, so I think that it is worth note to bring it up where we got to figure some stuff out. We got to figure some stuff out quick before we put ourselves in the position that we saw ourselves reaping the benefits of last year.
I know I've been saying this for a while, but I'm going to continue to say it again. Who is the number 2 starter on this team? Who's the bona fide number 2?
I could not tell you. Right now, I could not tell you. None of them are pitching well enough to be the number 2 starter, especially if we're talking about a World Series caliber team. There is no number 2 starting pitcher on this team at this moment who is capable of doing that.
But you're not going to get a number 2 through the trade deadline. So, I mean, I think at this point it would still have to be Flaherty just because of the experience. And he is somebody that is capable of going out there and sitting down batters. Now, will he, like I call him the loose cannon cop, will he make the arrest that day? We don't know because the first 3 innings, you really got to watch him. But, I mean, to your point, you don't have confidence in anybody besides Tarek Skubal at this point. And Jackson Jobe, he's hurt for the year. You don't have a lot of options there. So when Reese Olson goes out and has an outing like he has, started off good, but then just falls apart, you do wonder, like, who the hell, like, when it comes down to it, who the hell can be the number 2 for this team?
Do you think I want to talk about this shit? I want to
don't.
sit up
I
here
swear.
and talk about shiny, happy things.
It's ruining my morning, man.
Seriously, I want to do the late. Everything is awesome.
You don't want to talk about the squirrel in the field last night?
No. Shout out to the black squirrel.
Do you remember that era, like and Rally Goose and all that shit?
Yeah.
Because you couldn't talk about the shit that was going on in the field, so
Right,
we would
right.
go, oh, look, there's the Rally
Right,
Goose.
good old
Shut up
Rally
with
Goose.
that. Hey, you know what I want to get to when we come back? Is there a dude with a more complicated legacy than the legend? And I use that term, the legend we lost yesterday in Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
It was really, I mean, sometimes I just like to peruse social media. The highs and lows of what people were saying about Hulk Hogan yesterday were unbelievable. What a complicated legacy that legend has. We're going to get into that just a little bit. Obviously, a lot of Lions stuff.
I know
only
Justin
6
was like,
days
"Good
away
riddance."
from being able to watch. I like the hate. I want fights. I want anger. I want chips on the shoulder. When I see these stories, that's great shit.
Yeah.
Everybody mix it up. I want that. This is a pissed off team, and rightfully so. We'll get into that as well. Glad you could join us on a Friday morning. JB, where are we going?
Over to me for a Mad Pack.
Hey, tell them about that Mad Pack.
Hey, shout out to Mad Packs. I'm sure we can all use that little wake and bake early in the morning. But head over to Mad Packs. They partner with us here at Woodward Sports. I know they've got two of the best brands out there right now. They high-low, getting you high for the low, and also Kool-Aid's favorite, KG's favorite as well too. That Boom Shakalaka, Boom Shakalaka live resin infused tarantula just for you. They are in a bunch of dispensaries right now. Go and check them out as soon as you get a chance and the opportunity to get yourself some hands on these Mad Packs.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Let me tell y'all about Les Stanford Buick and GMC. Why? Because they got great offers for y'all today, right now. Don't wait. Get a 2025 Hummer EV SUT lease special for $599 a month plus tax, of course. Or try out the 2025 Hummer EV SUV, one of my personal favorites. You can lease that for $699 a month. And don't forget about the 2025 Sierra Double Cab Elevation lease special for only $169 a month. Get to Les Stanford today and check out their massive inventory. Les Stanford Buick and GMC, for all lease specials, go to lesstanford.com.
I promise you guys, 8:30, lots of lines, tons of lines. There's so much stuff coming out of camp. Obviously, we're going to hit on it. Yeah, we're going to talk about the hate and all that stuff. Speaking of hate, there's a love-hate with Hulk Hogan. And you guys were sharing. I didn't get a chance to hear it. Make sure you hear Shep and Bray every day. I like Braylon's take on the situation because for a lot of people out there, Hulk Hogan lost him a few years back, man.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. Okay? It's kind of funny when you think about it because, like, a guy like me, when I was a kid, JB, I can't tell you how much I love wrestling. Like, that was, like, for us, for my generation, it was 11 a.m. on a Saturday morning, right?
Damn, it used to come on 11 a.m.?
And yeah, it was 11 a.m. on a
Jeez.
Saturday morning.
Wrestling wasn't as popular out there all over the place as it is right now. Like, you literally had to watch. It was must-see TV on the weekends for you guys.
Right.
It was one day, and you had a certain time period, and that was it.
And then, like, was it 89? I think they did some of the Saturday night shows in prime time.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely huge. But I was one of those kids. I loved all the heels. I loved all the heels.
Yeah.
I was always... You know, Paul Orndorff was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Roddy Piper was like the whole
hot
Piper's
rod,
Pit
baby.
thing, the hot rod,
Yeah,
all
that's
that
my
stuff.
guy, man.
Hulk Hogan was different, though. He was larger than life because of Rocky III. He was, you know, for me, I know everybody talks, as Iron Sheik would say, Pontiac Silverdome, 93,000. Everybody talks about, like, the Andre match. For me, it was when Hulk beat Iron Sheik. Now, wait a second. He broke out of the camel clutch. Nobody breaks out of the camel
Damn
clutch, right? And then, you know, the reinvention of himself with NWO and becoming a heel and all of that. Dude was larger than life. And I don't think, JB, I have no problem deferring to you here because I know what a fan. Like, he changed that genre single-handedly. I mean, Hulk Hogan is largely responsible for wrestling becoming what it is today and really what it's been for the last 35 years.
Yeah, he made a huge impact, especially given the WrestleMania 3 at the Silverdome as well too. Body slamming Andre the Giant. I mean, he's had classic, iconic matches. He is the model wrestling superstar that you want to see, but obviously he's done some shit in his past and his time here on Earth, and you know, I do think he will pay for that now in the afterlife, but still, his legacy is still iconic. He has had a great history, and you can't take that away from him, no matter what he's done in his personal life as well, too. I don't know how you feel about him, KG, but still, I mean, I'm still going to be a fan of him. I can separate the wrestler Hulk Hogan from Terry Bollea, the person that he was and his feelings that he used to have.
Yeah, I mean, it's very mixed for me because, I mean, for obvious reasons, but it's a little bit deeper with Terry Bollea, a.k.a. Hulk Hogan. Like, you know, we're big wrestling fans. I've been following wrestling for quite a long time, and what you can't, like, you know, you can't diminish what his impact was to not just professional wrestling, but just pop culture as a whole. Like, he did so much for wrestling and just putting wrestling on the map. Of course, he had the movie career. I mean, one of the earliest movies I remember is No Holds Barred. You know, just different things like that. But it was the checkered past, not just with the racial stuff, but him as a wrestler as well, not wanting to put other talent over and oftentimes being selfish with the spotlight. These are things that you can point back and be like, Hulk Hogan wasn't the best human, he wasn't the best guy, but for those, you know, the little small sector of fans in the chat that think I'm just blackity black and that I just hate all things white. We talked about this kind of with the Bill Cosby thing. I said Bill Cosby, you know, he's a piece of shit human, no doubt about it. What he did, inexcusable. Yes. But you can't take away the impact of what the Cosby Show did for that time period what it did for young people and old people alike. And it's the same thing with Hulk Hogan. I will be fond of the Hulk Hogan character because of what he represented. And even, you know, going throughout the years, becoming Hollywood Hulk Hogan, that was one of my favorite versions of Hogan. You know, but it just, the person, I hate to say it does kind of overshadow things to a degree, but I can separate what the character meant to and the legacy meant to people and what the actual person was, you know, during his time alive.
It's kind of funny because even hearing you say that, and we were talking about that when Theo Huxtable died. Man, Thursday night was the Cosby Show.
Must see. Yeah.
Period. End of story. When you were talking about that, O.J. Simpson killed people. Like, he's a really bad dude, okay? Yeah. All right? But you know what I can also say? O.J. Simpson, the football player, was phenomenal.
One of the best ever.
Phenomenal.
It's unfortunate.
Exactly.
He's one of the best ever.
Like I both things can be, and in this case, are true.
Yeah.
And I get that people are going to go, he was a bad dude. And yeah, from the sounds of it, he was a really bad dude, okay? But you also, his impact on what has become a $1 billion industry, okay? back when it was the WWF, mind you.
Yeah.
You can't deny he was worth the price of admission.
He wasn't the first, but he was most definitely the most significant. He's the Michael Jordan of wrestling. And there's nothing that you can take away from him. His career, the things he accomplished, and the spotlight that he put on everybody that he was around, it's immeasurable. Like, you got to give him that credit. You do. Unfortunately.
JB, I love that you're keeping track of this stuff. This comes from Eric Woodward. Alex Anzalone still not practicing after admitting he's disappointed with contract negotiations. However, Dan Campbell says, quote, there's no animosity as talks have continued and feels they're going to be, quote, good because they need him. He's using the hammy, of course, as a little thing.
I'm still a little nervous about this.
So am I. Hey, you got to be. But like we talked about, I listen, I know when we talked about this a couple days ago, I know Maz well enough that I know Maz is going to say something like he eventually said. What did he do wrong? Remember, that was Maz's first response.
Yeah.
And to the Mazes out there, you're not wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. It's a business.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. And KG, I thought you and I were on the exact same page. If you can make it work, if you can fit it under the umbrella, fantastic.
Exactly.
If you can't make it work, guess what, guys? There are a bunch of stud players who are going to be due real soon. Okay? Some of the guys on rookie contracts. Some of the guys that, here we are talking, what are you going to do with J-Mo?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with the guys the first, second year? And
Brian
not to
Branch.
mention, right, all the rookies right now.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with those guys?
It's true. Like, Brad Holmes is a very shrewd businessman is what I've called him in the past. And listen, if it's going to affect the bottom line in terms of the future of this team, he's not going to do it. And even if it's at the expense of somebody we loved in Zadarius Smith and that we want to see back. But if it doesn't happen, I mean, he's going to have to live with that if it goes south. So I trust this man. He's done nothing but improve this team in a lot of ways. And you just got to wait and see what's going to happen. But there's still a lot of time left between, the start of the season and where we're at right now. A lot of things can happen in these next few weeks. So let's just be patient and see how things shake out. But if it doesn't happen, to me, it's not the end of the world, though,
Well, and you know what it comes back to as well is there's two sides of the story. And you guys know as well as I do, whether you want to admit it or not, I don't care, okay? We're always going to side with the player over management.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh, yeah. Always.
Always. That's pay the man his money. Give him what he's worth and all that stuff. And especially when a guy comes out, Anzalone, I like hearing a guy say, I want to be a Lion for life. I do. Okay, how badly do you want to be a Lion for life?
Yeah. It's true.
Right.
Yeah, that's a real question.
Okay, cool. I'm glad to hear that. We'd love you here as well, okay? But we can't have you here and take care of this guy and this guy and this guy. KG's coming up. Justin's coming up. JB's coming up.
And we gonna get paid.
Right. And so, yeah, hey, that's fantastic. And you know what? Everybody hears that and goes, oh, take care of him. Give him his money, all that stuff. Okay, so what happens the next time? What happens when it's J-Mo's turn?
Exactly. Everybody's going to expect the same thing. And when you're in the position that the Lions are in, where most of your cornerstone pieces are still on rookie contracts and you're beginning to pay these guys, you got to find money somewhere. And unfortunately, there will be casualties along the way. Some of those casualties will be players that we are very fond of. I hope it's not Alex Anzalone, but it's a good chance that it could be, depending on what his asking price is.
You know what's funny? I want a general manager, okay? I want a general manager like Steve Yzerman was in Tampa.
Yeah, I was about to say in Detroit.
Yeah. Notice how I said that? You
right.
Notice there was the dramatic pause for effect. No, seriously, I want a guy like Steve Yzerman was in Tampa, where he says to a guy that meant as much for that franchise as anybody in Vincent Lecavalier, hey, dude, it don't make sense right now. The can't miss high draft choice of Jonathan Drouin. Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't think you're that good. We're going to keep you here until we found a sucker. And oh boy, did he find a sucker in Montreal, right? That's what I want. You have to be I know people don't want to hear this, okay? Because we love our athletes, okay? And I love my athletes. You have to be heartless. You do. You have to take emotion out of the equation.
Especially when you're trying to get to the heights that they trying to get to. When you're just a losing franchise, sure, keep the fan favorites around. They'll put asses in seats, But as far as like the Lions being in a Super Bowl window, every decision is crucial at this point. Everything that they do has a consequence behind it.
KG, find me one fan right now, seriously, and I'll ask the chat right now. Find just one, okay? And Justin, you keep track on this. Find me one fan right now that says the Super Bowl isn't the goal.
You can't.
This is we are completely yeah, that's well yes.
Good old
he's
man.
cool,
No,
he's cool with going to the NFC Championship.
Oh hell no.
Aren't we unified? Aren't we unified with that? The goal is Super Bowl champion.
Super Bowl or bust. We've been to the NFC Championship already.
Right.
Like
Dude, we've graduated. Like
Yeah.
we're a real National Football League franchise. And these are real world problems that we haven't had to endure a lot, okay? We have a lot of talent here. And Alex, seriously, if you're watching, man, I want it to work out for you and your family. And for selfish reasons, I want it to work out because I think the Detroit Lions are a better team with you on it.
Yeah.
But you're the guy that said you want to be a Lion for life. Okay, well, how badly do you want to be a Lion for life?
Well, I mean, it's badly enough to where he'll still show up to practice and games. He said he won't miss any games. So I do respect him for that aspect of it because he can easily drag this out, make it messy in the media. I do respect Alex Anzalone for just being straight up and just saying, yeah, I want to be here, but things aren't, the way I pictured them being, and hopefully we can come to a resolution. If he's not going to miss games, I mean, it's not the biggest deal as of right now, although, it's kind of been swirling around the media and all that. But you do wonder going forward, like, what will that move be? And if it's not Alex Anzalone, how will you replace him? Because you're going to have to either put a young guy in that position that's going to have to play to the level of Alex Anzalone, or you got to go out and get a veteran, and that's something Brad Holmes and this regime are very, very selective of who they go bring in from the outside.
You got it. I mean, if you haven't learned that yet, man,
yeah,
remember 2 years ago, oh my gosh, you got to do something. You did. If you haven't learned that yet, now the surprise would be if he did something.
No, that's a fact.
That's the surprise now.
That's a fact.
That's the one thing we can tell. Hey, listen, when we come back, we're going to take a tour of camp. Love what Jared Goff had to say because, guys, I'm sorry. I think people have short attention spans, short memory spans. Jared Goff had some comments about some of the changes around the Lions. Hear from some of the rookies as well. Don't you go anywhere. JB, KG, Justin in the house. We're going to talk some college football later on.
Yeah.
Not that I'm counting. You guys know me. Not that I'm counting. We're only 29 days away from the season start.
Oh, your pants about to be off in a month.
They're halfway down my nose. All right, where are we going?
We got to hear from Justin and BlackRock.
Hey.
Let me tell you about BlackRock. And BlackRock has some great promotions that they're running right now. And that's BlackRock. They got great steaks. What are we talking about here? But BlackRock has 8 weeks of giveaway, and we're rolling into week 2 right now. Congrats to our Tigers ticket winner, Chris Raddick from Canton. Shout out to him. And now you could win filet for a year.
What?
That is one free 8-ounce filet entree every single month. Enter by scanning the QR code on the screen right now above my head. There is free, and every entry gets a shot at the grand prize. 4 tickets to the home football opener on September 14th between Detroit and Chicago. Entry closes July 27th. Make sure you enter for a chance to win those tickets. I mean, hey, who doesn't want to see us steamroll Chicago? Ready, set, sizzle.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Love Woodward sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
Oh. I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit Sports.
All right, sports fans, whether you're hitting the game or simply chilling at home, Jars Cannabis has you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest line of recreational cannabis products, 27 locations across the state, 9 alone in Metro Detroit, so you're never too far away from a Jars. But don't fear, because we live in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, Michigan. Stores are popping up your way very, very soon. If you don't have time to check out everything they have in store, check them out online at jarscannabis.com, and also check out their Instagram at @jars_life, because you know what? I know you want to get high.
All right, why don't we take a look at some of the picks? Day 4 of training camp. Dan Campbell, all excited to get the pads on as well. There's a look down at Allen Park. You guys have been down there, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I've never been.
What, Justin?
Really?
Not to training camp, no.
Your dad should just buy training camp, right?
No, Sean, you want to know a funny story?
What's that?
So, my first, and I've only been to 2 training camps ever. My first ever one, though, I went during the 2008 season. And we all know the Lions, they went undefeated in the preseason, the whole bit. But it's funny because I got the signature. I took a T-shirt down there, and I got the signature of everybody that was on that team except maybe Jason Hanson that year because he was just ducked off in the corner or whatever. And they ended up going 0-16. I wish I could find the shirt. It was an NFC Central shirt that I just had from when I was a kid. I brought it to the practice. Everybody on that team signed it, and then they ended up going 0-16. It was the greatest shit ever.
Man, it's a good time down there. It really is. Fan and media alike. I've been fortunate. I took my kids down there when they were little. They got a kick out of doing it more often than not down there as a quote unquote member of the media. It's a good time, but I think again, and it's funny, JB just sent this out there. Okay, let me pull this up. This comes from Nolan Bianchi.
Shout out.
Dan Campbell is excited for the first day of pads. Quote, "This is where the real evaluation takes place. This is how the game is played." I get it. We hear that. We get excited. You start to hear, the different pregame show songs come in your head. Mm-hmm. If you don't think for a second this brain trust knows exactly what this lineup looks like, you're out your mind.
No, I totally agree.
Seriously, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, now, are we getting a better look at some rookies? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And how they compete against some wily, crafty veterans and everything. But again, this is how real NFL franchises are. The Lions are an honest-to-goodness, real National Football League franchise right now.
Yeah, they are. And it's crazy that we're in this position. I've often said I would much rather be on this side of history than the previous side. Like, we actually have shit that we're gunning for. I'm excited about it. Yes, last year did hurt. Yes, the year before that hurt even more, at least to me. But this year, I mean, I'm just as optimistic as ever, man. This team has everything in front of them. Everybody's healthy again. Well, by all accounts, most of everyone is healthy again. And I think that they can go out there and have a good season despite their schedule being one of the deadliest schedules I've ever seen in terms of the NFL. But I think they're going to be okay, man, as long as we can stay healthy. That is the big key here. Stay healthy. Stay as healthy as possible. And I think the Lions can achieve everything that they want to achieve.
KG, like on paper, it looks like one of the most brutal schedules in the history of the National Football League. I'm not even joking when I say that.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
It is. But the one thing that I've learned, and I'm not saying it's going to happen this year, okay? What we think we know about teams on July 25th and what we know about teams on September 25th are two different things.
Absolutely.
And time out. You guys know this as well. What we think we know about teams on September 25th and what we know about teams on December 25th are another two different things.
Big facts.
Right? I mean, that's the National Football League. You know what else is the National Football League? And I keep saying this. We are coming into real-world problems now. We all agree the National Football League is a copycat league, right?
Oh, yeah. Big facts.
Absolutely copycat league. So what happens when you start to get good, when you have a modicum of success? They want to rip off what you have. We lost 2 coordinators, okay? Now, I think I've been consistent about this. Like, all the respect in the world to Aaron Glenn and he whose name I dare not mention, okay? Thank you for the memories. I mean that. Like, can't argue with the success that you did here, okay? But a lot of the main reason for your success was what you had at your disposal. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, I think people are making a big deal, way too much of a big deal, about losing these guys. Yes. These are real world problems. These are real NFL problems. Good teams lose guys all the time. The New England Patriots lost guys seemingly every year. I always go back to KG when we were kids, the Dallas Cowboys losing their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator and going and winning 2 more Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's just what happens.
It's part of the game, and you are actually happy as a franchise when you know your coordinators are some of the most sought after in the league, because that means in-house you are doing something correct. I mean, Dan Campbell technically now has his own coaching tree, and we will see how these coaches will fare. I got more hope for AG than Ben Johnson, but you know, we are going to see what these guys are really made of. But it's just part of the game. When you're a good franchise, people want some of what you have, and the Lions, you got to be able, if you are a true elite franchise in this league, you got to be able to reload and retool. And the way the Lions did it this year, they did it, at least offensively, they did it with somebody that was experienced, that's had skin in the game in both college and the pros. He's been a coordinator before. So coming into this situation in which he helped install the offense, I think he's going to be just fine. I mean, you don't reinvent the wheel here. We have a certain way that we get to it offensively, and we've had success with that. There's no need to change it.
KG, and you know what? You hit on something. Look, some dudes aren't head coaches.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Some dudes aren't head coaches. Okay, Norv Turner. Norv Turner was this great offensive mind.
Never forget Norv Turner.
Could not be a head. Hey, you know what? Remember another guy, former coach, Mark Trestman.
Yeah.
Mark Trestman was an offensive genius. Mm-hmm. He won in the CFL, right? Guy was not head coach material. And I got some questions. He whose name I dare not mention.
BJ.
How good of a coach is he going to be? I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Is he maybe just a guy that's got a good feel for the game and was very fortunate to be in a place like Detroit where he had the amount of weapons at his disposal? And again, I'm not bashing the guy. Thank you. I appreciate it. I wish nothing but losses for you in Chicago, really, but I'm not bashing the guy. I mean, look, a year ago at this time, we were talking up Ben Johnson as one of the best coordinators in the league, right? Can we say that?
Oh, absolutely. How can you not? But all early accounts from Chicago Bears training camp seems that he's having some early frustrations with Caleb Williams and the offense over there. He literally sat down the whole first team unit yesterday. That shit was crazy. But it's still yet to be seen how he will fare. Will he succeed? Will he not? I hope not, of course, because he's in the NFC North. But overall, this Lions organization is very, very competent. They have their finger on the pulse of not just their team, but everything surrounding their team. And the people that they bring in, I'm pretty sure they've been vetted, and they wouldn't bring anybody into this situation that they think is going to fall on their face. So I'm not worried at all about both of the coordinators, to be honest with you, because Kelvin Shepard, although this is his first time being a defensive coordinator, he's been in-house. He knows these guys better than anyone. And, you keep hearing these things about the subtle changes he's going to make to the defense. I'm really excited for Kelvin Shep, man, and what he can do. But as far as Johnny Moe, I think he's going to be more than fine.
Do you know what's going to be the worst?
Talk about yourself in the third person.
Oh my God! Here you go. Here you go.
Do you know what's going to be the worst bit this year, though?
What?
The second that things go south, we are going to be besieged with that wouldn't happen with AG here.
Sean, you know this. This is just us as Lions fans. You remember the backup quarterback used to be the most famous person in town. Because when our starter would throw 2 or 3 picks in the game, we call it for the backup, no matter who it was, man. But no, this is something fans are going to have to maybe adjust to. There may be a growing pain period with this team, and you know that's fair. But we can't be jumping off the ledge at the first sign of trouble. Like we gotta trust in these guys. They've gotten it done before. And if you want to be real, Ben Johnson was a first-time coordinator. AG was a first-time coordinator.
You got it.
It's not like we haven't been in these waters before. So we got to chill out as fans.
Amen. Listen, I want to hear, JB, I know we're up against it. I want to hear from Jared Goff talking about this. When we come back, we'll hear from some of the rookies. Obviously, the chat, we want to get you guys involved. Feel free to jump in. Go to the front of the line as well with that super chat. But before we go to the break, can we hear what Jared Goff has to say about this? Jared Goff thinks the way that we think. And I'm going to sound condescending, okay? I'm warning you right now.
Sean Baligian condescending?
Yeah, condescending what? Sean alert, okay? Do you know what part of the problem is? And I'm not being funny.
What?
The amount of uneducated fans out there.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Sorry. I don't. Again, when you're thinking with your heart, when you're thinking with emotion. Here's the reality of the National Football League. Do you know a majority of the plays, they know exactly what they're going to call before they call it?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And you're basically sitting across the line from the other team going, hey, that's cool. I hear you calling out our play. Now stop us. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't some moments of quizzical. That doesn't mean that you don't catch a team with their pants down. That doesn't mean that those moments don't happen. But a majority of the game, try sitting next to somebody who played the game, okay? I shit you not. One time, Rob Rubick, shout out Rob Rubick. One time I sat next to Rob at Ford Field. I swear to God, every single play, he was doing Tony Romo before Tony Romo was doing it.
Oh, shit.
Every single play. It was like, Rubes, what the hell, dude? Like, are you psychic? What's going on here? These guys know a vast majority of the time what's going to happen before it happens. And honestly, I know too many people don't understand that, okay? Yeah, you have to change things up. And I want to say this crystal clear. I'm not trying to diminish he whose name I dare not mention's impact here. I'm not trying to diminish but this is a both things can be true situation. Yeah, they did good work here. They did such good work that it earned them a National Football League head coaching gig. But at the same time, we had a hell of a lot of talent, and this is how other teams live, man. That's just the way it is. All right, we're up against it. When we come back, we're going to hear from some of the rookies. Justin is going to check the chat when we come back. Get in with that super chat. No doubt you go to the front of the line, but where are we going now, JB?
We got to hear from Massage Chair House.
Hey, that is me. And shout out Justin in the lovely massage chair that we have in the studio. He's nice and cozy in that thing. But if you are looking to upgrade your relaxation game, check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. The largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest with top brands for massage chairs like Infinity and Osaki. Located near the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. Experience luxury comfort with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, creator of the top YouTube massage chair review channel. The guy knows what he's talking about. But you can book a visit by going to massagechairhouse.com or scanning the QR code on the screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. Thenfights.com.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Summer's heating up and Feldman's clearing space for the incoming new models. That means massive markdowns during Feldman's Hot Summer Sale. Get a 2025 Silverado for just $189 a month, or this 2026 Equinox for just $209 a month. Inventory's moving fast, and when it's gone, it's gone. So don't sweat the search. Just get to Feldman. More locations, more inventory, more ways to save. The Hot Summer Sale is on at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of us here at Woodward Sports. Do yourself a favor, scan that QR code on screen, use code word Woodward1000. You can deposit up to $1,000, but all you have to do is place a minimum of a $20 bet, and if it doesn't hit, Caesars will throw it right back into your account with no questions asked. If you bet on the Tigers yesterday, guess what? That 20 is right back into your account to double down
Thank God
on
I
today.
didn't last night.
Scan that QR code, use code word Woodward1000, and make some money tonight, everybody.
I'm looking up at the screen right now. Here's the question. Was last year a blip for Michigan or a trend for Michigan?
Here we go.
All-state playoff predictor says Michigan 25% chance to make the college football playoff.
25%.
Hey, that's,
So
that's the same predictor that has Penn State at over 75%.
Dude, the whole Penn State shit. Don't even get me started with that.
Yeah, we not.
75.
They might be number one. That's the worst, but they might be number one.
Number one to get bounced in the first round?
Like, what the?
I don't understand.
Where do I start? I mean,
have we not learned that from James Franklin?
Right. The whole Drew Aller stuff, too,
Yeah,
man. Sometimes, like, hype gets around a quarterback, and you kind of sit back and go, is there, like, some tape that I'm missing? Is there, like, some game that I'm missing? I don't get it.
It's weird. It's weird. But before we go on, Justin did want to read off the super chat that we had.
Shout out to Dante151.
Thank you, Dante.
$4.99 super chat. TNA Hulk Hogan was something else, Sean. Holy smokes, it was not great, but it wasn't horrible. Hogan versus Sting Bond for Glory 2011 was not great.
Yeah. I agree.
It's weird because you know the heyday of Hulk was like really the 80s and 90s, and then the whole NWO thing.
No, that was my favorite iteration of Hulk Hogan. Hollywood Hulk Hogan, when he turned heel, that shit, it changed, like I said, not just wrestling, but pop culture as a whole. Like, it stood still. Because you couldn't believe that somebody that was this great American figure could just be evil. But, I mean, shit, he did it, and it was
the third man.
Yeah, right. It was successful. It was one of probably the most successful angle in wrestling history. It was.
He was really nice to Justin, too. I had never heard that story before.
Justin wanted him out of here. He said, good riddance.
I had never heard that story before. They told me, Justin, can you share that story with everybody? I literally just heard this during the break. So what happened?
So last year during Wake Up Woodward, when I was an intern, Hulk Hogan was staying at the Daxton when he went to Lions training camp, and we set up an interview for him, and I was going to go over there and talk to him and ask him a couple questions about his time at Lions training camp. And I went over there and I sat in the lobby for about an hour and a half waiting for him, and then he comes down, and essentially he tells me no, and then has his security shoo me off, so I can't even talk to him. Pretty crazy experience.
That's a no for me, brother.
Yeah, I'm not gonna speak ill on anyone who just died, but I did not think good
Yeah,
things
you
about
know
Hulk
what?
Hogan.
You better get the security. I mean, you're just a big, imposing, mean guy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You better get 3 or 4 bodies to drag Justin out of there.
Low key, when I think about Hulk Hogan security putting Justin off to the side, I just think about DJ Jazzy Jeff getting thrown out in Fresh Prince, bro. That's probably how they get Justin, and that's not cool, bro. Like, y'all don't do that to my boy Justin, man. Like, that's some bullshit.
All right, anything else we need to hit? Because I want to hear from the rookies as well. I mean, that to me, that's when you are a real National Football League franchise. You know what you have with your veterans, okay? There have been times in years gone by, especially for you longtime Lion fans, let's be honest, there were multiple jobs that were up for grabs, okay? Because there was so little talent on this franchise. We know what this team is, okay? What we don't know is how these rookies are going to fit in. Anything else, Justin, that we got to jump to?
No, I was trying to find the actual number for Penn State's playoff predictor, but I can't find it.
I can give it to you.
0.
They're getting in.
Well, yeah, they're going to get in, but they're going to be a first-round exit.
Right,
Yeah,
but
they're getting in.
they go get in for sure.
I just pray they don't get that cupcake schedule again. Like, make
you
them
see it?
No, in the playoff. Like, in the playoff.
yeah.
Like, make them go somewhere. Make them go to Georgia in the first round. Make them
probably
go
will.
to Ole Miss.
No, Nebraska,
That's what I want to see.
Nebraska is gonna have the cakewalk this year for sure.
So is Illinois.
I can't buy it. I can't. I'm so off with the Nebraska stuff. I am.
know, man, but they wanted them in the playoff. Look at they gave them a cakewalk
Why?
schedule
Just why?
because of the quarterback, man.
He's another one. I'm going to say it right now, okay? For every wow moment Raiola gives me, there are what the hell did he just do moments left and right. I'm not buying it.
He's not polished by any means, but a lot of people view him as, you know, maybe Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, stop it.
So I'm just telling you what I heard.
I know.
I'm
It
just
drives
telling you
me
what I
nuts.
heard. But we heard the same shit with Caleb Williams, too. So it is what it is.
All right, Tyreek Williams on the impact he feels he can make in year one. These are the stories, JB.
I mean, of course, I gotta step up. You know, I got drafted, where I got drafted for a reason. They obviously think I can play and help this team, and I just gotta step up to the plate and do that. So I was gonna be asked to do the same thing, get to the quarterback, stop the run, normal things for a D lineman. I mean, of course, I gotta step up. I got drafted, where I got drafted for a reason. They obviously think I can play and help this team, and I just gotta step up to the plate and do that. So I was gonna be asked to do the same thing, get to the quarterback, stop the run, normal things for a D lineman.
Yeah, let's not overthink this.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, that's a great approach. Like, you're not doing brain surgery, man.
You're really not.
Like, okay, normal things a D lineman does. Okay, I'm going to get in there. I'm going to use my big body. I want to try to stop the run. Cool. Bring some push up front. Okay, cool.
Right.
Tate Ratledge.
Great take.
Who has the potential to be a big time hero here. He really does. For a myriad of reasons. Tate Ratledge talking about the competition in camp.
I've tried to keep it small. I've been getting in my playbook, studying that, and then coming out here and competing to the best of my ability. So that's I'm trying to control what I can control with that.
Are you doing a good job of it?
That I know of. Like I said, I've came out here and competed. I think I've done a pretty good job for where I've been at in the past. But like I said, it's about coming here and trying to better myself every day.
Is this a physical?
All right, so for the amount of times that we've probably said this week alone, and I'll continue to say, I think people are making way too much of a deal about AG and he whose name I dare not mention leaving.
Blowjob.
I'm going to tell you right now, you cannot minimize the Frank Ragnow loss. You can't. I'm sorry.
No, you can't. You absolutely can't, but also something you can't diminish is Hank Fraley being the offensive line coach for this Detroit Lions team. And even though Frank is a huge loss, like don't get it twisted, that is a huge loss. You still have veterans like Taylor Decker, Graham Glasgow, and now Penei Sewell. I would consider him a veteran at this point. So yeah, these young guys are going to be fine. When you have those type of people that you're, in the trenches with, I think they're going to be fine. On top of the coaching, they're not good. This Lions offensive line shouldn't see much drop off to me. I'm sorry. Like, I know that the young
eventually.
guys, yeah, exactly. I know that the young guys are being put in a big spot, but I just really don't expect them to go out there and shit the bed. I just don't.
All right, lots of stuff that we got to get into. I mean, we're so far behind already. Shocker if you paid any attention to this show. Certainly want to hear DC stopping practice. I love it.
Oh,
I absolutely love it. I want that. I want angry guys. I don't want camp happy times. Okay, I don't want coaches giving out popsicles and you get a Kool-Aid break here. No, I want anger and madness and all of that stuff. That's
you don't want to see him doing a dance routine like the
No,
Cowboys did?
I don't want to see that shit.
Dance routine.
I love every second of it. Are you kidding me?
No, it's great.
All right, when we come back, J-Mo, the veteran, Taylor Decker talking about the offensive line, Hendon Hooker on competing, Dan Campbell on Hendon Hooker. I'm going to say it again. I think the decision is made. I could be wrong. I think the decision is made. I think they've seen all they need to see out of Hendon Hooker. I hope for the young man's case that's not the case. But, JB, where are we going?
We got to hear from Planet Fitness. I think it's you, Justin.
Planet Fitness. Let me tell you about Planet Fitness because that's where I go to get my workout in. I'm a college
Y'all
hockey
see the
player,
gun show? Stop playing.
I like to, get my weight up, and you should too, especially if you are a teen, 14 to 19. You can work out all summer long. You have another 30 days that you can capitalize on this program that Planet Fitness does, where they allow high school kids to come and work out for free. I took advantage of this program when I was in high school. It was very beneficial to me, so you should go do it as well. Get ready for your sport or get in shape and get fit with Planet Fitness. So many locations around the Metro Detroit area. Make sure you go and get your lift in. It's clean, it's spacious. Where else were you going than Planet Fitness?
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
It's part beauty, part beast. It's for those who dare to be different, for those who want to stand out, and for those who are built for more. The all-new INEOS Grenadier combines strength and style for an unmatched driving experience. Sold exclusively at Feldman INEOS of Waterford.
Let me tell you about Dr. Pearson. Dr. Pierce is the best in the Detroit game when it comes to getting you right and letting you know about all the latest sports news around the Detroit area. So don't miss out on the expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and every Thursday during the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
Is it safe to say, by the way, good morning, hi.
Good morning.
JB, KG, Justin in the house. Is it safe to say, go back again to a year ago, okay? There were a lot of people, including our own Flannel Sam.
Shout out.
That weren't all that impressed by J-Mo, right?
Yeah, to say the least.
There are a lot of people. He put that to bed last year, right?
He needs a mentor around him.
Right. Is that safe to say? I mean, you guys tell me in the chat. If there's still some question marks about J-Mo, you tell me. I think his play last year kind of put that to bed. KG, you got a good feel of this. You're in here every day. Is it safe to say the naysayers kind of had to shut their mouth?
A majority of them. Of course, there is still some out there that's just going to hate J-Mo because he's J-Mo, and we got to deal with that. But as far as, like, the questions behind his play, he definitely silenced a lot of people last year. I mean, jumping from 300 to 1,000 yards, that's not a small feat at all. And when you look at the receptions that it took him to get to that total, you really understand, like, what level J-Mo could really be in terms of the hierarchy of NFL receivers. I really think that he could be an all-pro this year. He has that type of potential, and when he goes up there to the podium during training camp and you listen to him speak, you can definitely see the maturity. Like, nobody disagreed with the fact that maybe J-Mo needed to mature a little bit. But as far as like, oh, he's doing this, and that, he's at the Coney, the gun charge thing, like, these are things that, yes, while you don't want to see it, these weren't things that were detrimental to the locker room or, you know, I've never heard any teammates say that J-Mo, you know, isn't checked in or he's a bad teammate by any means. We haven't heard that stuff. J-Mo has always been locked in terms of football, but he did need to grow. And I think that this year we are going to see the fully developed version of J-Mo. Now he got a couple years under his belt.
No, and it's interesting. I mean, I'm going to talk about it all the time. I mean, so much so that, you know, you're seeing some odds out there for him to be Offensive Player of the Year. Justin and I threw some cash down on that. J-Mo understands now what it takes, KG, to be a pro.
No, he does. And, you know, he wasn't able to really get that his rookie year. We all know he came in hurt, only played 6 games that year, although he made an impact instantly as a Lion. He came in making plays. You know, the next year, the gambling thing, and then, of course, over this last season, in the middle of the season, we get the J-Mo being suspended for a game because of the gun mishap that happened. And, you know, there's been bumps along the way for J-Mo, and like I said, there was a period in which I think even he would admit he had to mature. But now that he's you know, gotten past those things, he's fully locked in, he has a great relationship with Jared Goff, he can go be that mentor to the other young players on this team and help them be in the right positions and make the right plays. So I think J-Mo has grown significantly in these last few years, and he's going to continue to just be a pro's pro. Like I said, he's never exuded himself to be unprofessional in any way, shape, or form. It was just all about, all right, getting him focused on the field and not making silly mistakes off the field.
So Maz just sent us a clip as well. We're gonna have to play that.
Shout out
Maz.
Maz.
I have that clip as
Enjoying
well.
that suite or going to.
Look at Maz. Maz is on his way to some trip and he's still hooking us up. Thanks for that, Maz. But let's hear from J-Mo embracing that veteran's role.
Going through the plays, going through the motions, it feels a lot better, you know, knowing what you have to do and knowing what you got, what routes you got, what's the split, and things like that. So, you know, it's always feels good just knowing what you can do.
I know you're always a team guy, and that's the goal first. But just curious, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns last year. Is there anything that you kind of set up for yourself, or any individual goals that you
Nah. I don't really set goals. You know, my goal was to make it to the NFL. I'm here now. I got to win. That's my goal. Win.
I saw after a play, too, I think it was Keeney James, that you were like, it looked like giving him pointers or something like that.
What'd you say?
It looked like Keeney James after one of those plays, you were like explaining something to him. Do you feel more comfortable doing those type of things as well?
Yeah, because, you know, hearing what, like, just sitting back and watching everybody meet, like I said, knowing what's going on and what the plays is and everything, you know, seeing just one little mistake, I can just go out there and help him fix everything. And just next play, he won't have no more mess-ups and nothing like that. So, you know, I'm just trying to help everybody be the best they could be, including myself.
What are your impressions of John's offense?
Oh, I love it. You know, he attacking. every aspect of the game, and, you know, he real aggressive. You know, I just like that about him. I love it about him. The way he coaches, the way he calls his plays, you know, how he attack the game and everything.
I like the dude.
How do you not?
I'm gonna say it again. I like that. I'm rooting hard for this guy, obviously for obvious reasons. I am a Lions fan, but KG, you just see it there. I don't know. There's just there's a charisma about him. I wish I could put my finger on it. I like the dude.
Once again, he's a different personality, and some people just can't stomach that. J-Mo is a unique individual. He has a very, very fun personality. I like him a lot. He's never, like I said, come off as like an asshole or anything like that. He's never been unprofessional. The biggest thing with J-Mo was just him locking in, like I said, making silly mistakes off the field, but definitely on the field, you wanted him to be, you know, more engaged or not get swept up in the moment. And for what he just said there, man, he wants to win. He doesn't care about individual stats, knowing he's going to get individual stats. He doesn't care about that shit. He just wants to win, and he's from a winning background, and I expect nothing less. Like, this is the what you want to hear from your star wide receiver.
Offensive line is the questions, guys. You know that. Can we hit 2 clips? The one that Maz just sent and Taylor Decker talking about the offensive line. I mean, that's I don't know, you guys. That's one thing I don't know. And you know why I don't know? Because you're talking about rookies being involved.
I hear you, Sean.
Trying to find out how they're going to fit in. That's why I said on the Lions Weekly Report, check us out Sunday morning. It's me, Terry Foster, and Matt Broder. We have a great time. I felt that Tate would eventually end up in center. I did.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why.
I did too.
They know what they have in Graham Glasgow. What we don't know is what we have in Tate Ratledge. That was kind of my mindset. A couple different comments, one from Taylor Decker and then one from DC on what this offensive line might be.
I think number one, the standard is the standard. We're expected to be one of the top offensive lines in the league. You lose big pieces, but we've put those expectations on ourselves and put ourselves in a position where we're expected to perform a certain way. It doesn't matter if there's maybe a guy's out and there's a backup in, maybe there's a guy who's never started games before and he's in there and he's playing. The expectation is the expectation, and that's just really not going to change. And I think for me personally, especially as I'm getting older, I can't let myself waver from the expectations, especially in practice.
Evaluated, we saw the flipping of Tate and Graham yesterday. What went into that decision? Is that something you're going to kind of stick with, or is it going to be more of a day-to-day flip-flop?
Well, I guess in training camp, it's like dog years, right? So 3 days ends up, really 1 day is like 3 days, I guess. No, just, when you get the day off, you have the ability to kind of sit back, look at it all, think about it, and then it's like, you know what, let's just go ahead and throw Graham back in there at center and get Tate some of these guard reps. We're still going to work him at center, but let's go ahead and do this and see what this looks like for a little bit. We go into pads. And so, like I say, we're just, we're seeing what we can find. What's the best combination? Who's going to play best where? And so Tate will get some center reps. You can go back inside on some stuff.
Christian Mahogany's been pretty locked into that left spot.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much goodness in that. Like, I'm not joking. The Taylor Decker comments, I absolutely love that. Yeah. I hope you guys were paying attention to that. We talk so much about changing the culture of this franchise, okay? You guys, now I can say it and not feel shame. This was the worst franchise in the National Football League.
Shit, sports.
Yeah. No, but we had an up close and personal look, okay? And trust me when I say this, myself, Terry Foster, guys that have been around, you have no idea that stank that just kind of hung around the locker room, and it moved down 75 all the way from the Silverdome down to Ford Field, and it would really start to accumulate as the season went on, okay? To hear Taylor Decker speak from a position of experience and say the line, the standard is the standard, that's the proverbial passing the torch to the next generation.
No,
okay,
yeah.
You know what? Guys, this is what we do, and now I'm not going to be here much longer, but here's the torch. This is what we're going to continue to do. This is what we are. And that's why you see these franchises with long-standing, we talk about it all the time, KG, you and I, okay? Mike Tomlin,
yeah.
Okay? It hasn't won a Super Bowl in a long time, but the Steelers are always in it. They're always there.
They have a standard.
The New England Patriots, the Cowboys for all those years, whatever the case may be, there is a standard. There is an expectation. Man, I love to hear that.
I don't know about the Cowboys, but
no, I'm talking when I was a kid.
In terms of a standard, but
no,
I get
KG. When I was a kid, I mean, they just made the playoffs every year.
No, they were awesome back then for sure. They were definitely awesome. But this is why, Sean, I keep telling you should not be worried about this offensive line, because it's funny you brought that up. They have a standard, right? And like you said, Taylor Decker pretty much going up there saying that it's like a passing of the torch. Not even, I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago, Christian Mahogany got some media availability. He echoed the same exact thing that Taylor Decker just said. So you are absolutely right. This is, the veterans letting the younger guys know, hey, when you come in here, we're glad you're on board, but there's work involved. Like, you have to meet a certain skill set. You have to meet a certain standard if you want to see the field. And the Lions have built that up, through changing the culture and getting good players in here that take pride in what the fuck they do. So, no, I'm absolutely, I have no qualms about this offensive line, Sean. Like, I know that they're young, but besides that, what other worries do you have? Like, they are more than capable of playing the position.
I'm going to use my own words, KG. What this offensive line is at the beginning of the year and what it is when it matters are going to be two different things.
I hear you.
I think there are going to be some growing pains. I do, okay? But by the end of the year, I'm going to fall back on what Taylor Decker just said, man. The standard is a standard. This is just what we do. You guys fit in and you become part of the machine. Listen, we're up against it. I want to talk a little bit about the Hendon Hooker situation. I want to get into some college football as well. 29 days from now, you can watch real college football.
Pants off in 30 days.
Really, and I don't care if it's Kansas State and Iowa State or Southwest JB State taking on KG Tech, man.
Bishop Sycamore, you'll watch them all, huh?
Right, it's really
that probably would have been a good game.
College football.
The Bishop Sycamore people.
What do we got, JB?
We got to hear from Ben Johnson.
All right, I can do that. Justice, it means different things to different people. Whether it's a settlement, a verdict, justice is always worth the fight. If you've got a case, you need to contact the fighters at Ben Johnson Law today. Get the justice that you deserve. Tough, tenacious trial lawyers. That's Ben Johnson Law.
Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
At Gold Crown.
False start. Offense.
I choked up there for a little bit.
That's a 5-yard penalty.
First choked up there a little bit. My bad on that. But at Gold Crown, concentrates are their bread and butter, crafting elite collaboration extracts since the caregiver days, as Gold Crown has partnered with craft growers across Michigan to bring you exclusive full-spectrum concentrates, infused pre-rolls, and live resin-infused gummies as well, too. Their new line, Crown Jewels, is here. Gluten-free, effect-based, and coated in nerds just for that extra little pop for you as well, too. Find Gold Crowns at over 300 dispensaries close to you. Smoke like royalty. All rise for the reign of royal highs with Gold Crown.
Now, did you guys see what a pro JP is?
Yeah.
It was 3rd and 2. Flag came out, right? Didn't matter.
It didn't. Still got the
He
first.
went back and hit Laporta for 8.
Still got the
Drive
first down.
continues, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what pros do.
Forward down the field, baby.
Was it you, KG, that brought it up earlier? We have this weird fixation and fascination with backup quarterbacks. We always do.
Yeah, especially, from a past Lions history. That was the most famous position on the team.
And I think for a long time, and I'm going to use you people in a sentence, you people, Justin and KG, you Michigan fans, you guys were always infatuated with backup quarterbacks. Always. there was this really weird fixation with backup quarterbacks for a while from you people, the Michigan fans out there, okay?
You people.
I love dropping that. Shout out to Don Cherry.
You people.
Okay, so seriously, the Hendon Hooker thing. I'm going to say it again. I think you agree with me, KG. I think the writing's on the wall. I do. I could be wrong. I think when you make the decision to go get a high school football coach to be your backup, that kind of tells everybody what the brain trust of this franchise thinks of you.
Yeah. I mean, you could very well be right. I think last year it was a combination of, okay, he's only had this year of training camp. He doesn't have a lot of experience. I don't know if we want to put him in a playoff situation. And I think it was also a combination of he hasn't shown us enough in-house to where we feel confident to make him the number 2 quarterback. So, yeah, we'll go get a Teddy Bridgewater who is coaching high school kids, but at least he's been in high-pressure situations before. It does appear that way, Sean. I would say let's give him this preseason. If he's not able to stand out during this preseason, and he's going to get a lot of reps, if he's not able to stand out in this preseason, I would say the writing is probably on the wall for him.
Yep. Hendon Hooker talks about just that, competing, and probably knowing deep down inside his job's at stake.
The same way that how I have, for years. Every year I've been playing football, even since Little League. My dad put me in competition with another guy. I wasn't starting off of rip. I had to earn it. So, just coming out here and playing my game is me versus me, really.
It's a good mindset to have. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Me every day.
But I lose that battle every day.
I'm telling you.
Me routs me almost on a daily basis. Okay, this is where I'm going to go back, okay? And I'm going to say we all have faith in our head coach. We all have faith in the brain trust, in Brad Holmes, right?
Yeah.
These guys know what's going on.
That's true.
They know what's going on. DC talked about it. I get it. I haven't heard these comments yet. He has to tread lightly. He has to say the right things. But I think these guys know exactly where things are and maybe who might not fit in. But here's DC talking about Hendon Hooker.
As far as Hooker, look, Hooker knows the deal, man. This is no different. You're out here to compete, and we gave him some things to do while he was home, talking about working on a little bit of the urgency, the footwork, certainly continued training. And look, it's only one day, but man, I liked what I saw out there yesterday, man. There's an urgency. I thought his footwork was on. I thought he was spitting the plays out. But there again, that's day one. And, but he knows what it is, He knows it's time to take the next step. And so it's his move, And I think he's wired right. And it means something to him. And so here we go, man. It's open camp.
What do you read into that? Because now that I hear the comments, KG, you know what that sounds like?
I wonder if we thinking the same thing.
If you want it, take it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I gathered from it. I gathered also that they've reached a point with him. You can tell Dan Campbell being just a pro's pro, at the end saying, he did do great and, it's just day one. I think the tone that he took at the start of that is how they really feel. Like you said, it could be a job that's his for the taking. He's just not taking it. And I think that they've seen a lot of things out of him that they just flat out aren't really impressed with.
It is, I'm going to say it again. KG, I think the writing's on the wall.
Yeah, it may be.
I really do.
So if the
because I heard frustration at the beginning, the same thing you heard. I heard the frustration.
You can tell by the tone, but All right. Let's say it is over for Hendon Hooker.
All right.
What is the solution there? Because I do feel like when you're in a Super Bowl window, like backup quarterbacks shouldn't just be thrown in the trash. Like you got to have some sort of a plan. And yeah, Kyle Allen sounds great on paper, but I don't know if I want Kyle Allen out there. If the Lions are trying to stay alive or still stay relevant in the NFC North.
I'm a firm believer if your starting quarterback goes down, so does your season. There are always exceptions to the rules. We saw the Philadelphia Eagles do it, right?
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer if your starting quarterback goes down, so does your chances at the Super Bowl.
But Sean, what if it's a situation where it's only 6 or 5 or 6 games max? You wouldn't want to just throw in the towel on the season.
I'm with you there. No, I'm with you there. Would you want to throw Hendon Hooker in there?
At this point, no. Unless he can show me something once again in preseason, I'm off of it. And I like a lot of his skill set. He's of the mobile variety. We don't have a lot of that here in Detroit. And I do think he does do some things well, but we just have not seen the tape. And without tape, it's just hard to really determine how good is he.
All right, you know what? I'm going to say this again. Dan Campbell had to stop practice, and JB just sent us something. JB, can you put that tweet up? Can you put that tweet up that you just sent us? And this is from our buddy Doc and Detroit Sports Podcast.
Shout out John Macaron.
Yeah, good dude. Known him for a long time.
Yep.
JB, if you can't get it up, I'll read it.
No, I can't. Sorry.
I love this stuff. This is the stuff that I want to hear. Okay, I'm going to say it again. I think a vast majority of the battles have already been predetermined.
Yeah, of course.
This is what good football teams do, and we're not used to it. All right? I want to see stories and things like this. This isn't Camp Happy Time bullshit, okay?
Yeah, no, we trying to achieve something here. Like, it's high-stakes football being played right now.
When you're hearing stories about guys getting so into it, they have to be separated and Dan Campbell has to stop the practice, I want that. Inject that, man. I got my syringe out. I'm injecting it. And now we got this, JB, from the Detroit Sports Podcast stuff, man. This is a scenario. Take a look at this. Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Lions running backs are blocking their asses off.
Yes.
Ooh.
And then that was followed by Jack Campbell laying out David Montgomery.
Yes.
God damn.
I want all of it. I want these guys pissed off. I want them to feel the exact same way that we felt that Saturday afternoon. And all accounts so far in this camp, they feel worse.
Yeah, well, how do you think they feel? As fans, we feel like shit. How do you think they feel? They went out there and played through that. So, no, by all accounts, like this year, what I've heard coming out of the camp has been a revenge tour. Like they want revenge. Like you heard David Montgomery last week. This year is a year of reckoning for the Lions and for the NFL. Like if he's using words like that, come on, man. These guys are feeling it in this locker room. And yes, through training camp, I want to see that type of energy. I want to see that exuded. Every snap should matter to you. Every goddamn rep should matter to you because once again, this is high stakes football we are playing right now. This ain't the kiddie pool shit anymore. We in the big boys league now.
Do you know what people forget too? I think we're all JB, am I up against it? Or can I keep going?
You keep rolling. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what I think people forget?
What?
Exactly what you just talked about. Before the injuries happened, how they just steamrolled people and they didn't stop. There was no mercy.
Yeah.
This is the National Football League, okay? This is not a perennial top 5 Alabama playing Georgia Southern.
Right.
Okay? The Tennessee game. Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Yeah,
No, I'm not taking my foot off the gas, okay?
No, it's foot on neck because just as easy as you got to that spot of being the number 1 team in the NFC and everyone going about you, it could all be over the very next year or the very next game, the very next play. Like, you have to keep foot on neck when you are one of the top franchises. And you saw that last year, to your point.
The Dallas game, the Tennessee game, I think we forget. Because we are short attention span. What have you done for me lately, okay?
Yeah.
We know how the season ended, okay? I'm never – we have to own it, okay? I think people forget when this team was healthy, what an absolute machine it was. KG, you got something new for us, though. As I mentioned, about 9:38, Justin's Got 5 college football questions because people like me, I think I'm in a room with dudes that agree with me. I can't get enough college football. I get the NFL is king. I get it's number one.
Though.
Man, I absolutely love college football. But KG, what you got for us?
Hey, so I have this new segment that I kind of cooked up for us, and we are going to call it State Your Case. So I have about 4 statements ready, or 4 questions rather, should I say. 2 for the Lions and 2 for the Tigers. We are all going to choose one at random, and then when it is your turn, you are going to state your case on the said question you were given. And at the end of the segment, JB will make a poll, and at the end of the very next segment, we'll find out who won the game. So it's just a nice little game to kind of talk about what's going on in our Detroit sports landscape right now. So, as a matter of fact, I'll start with you, Sean.
All right.
So we got 2 Lions and 2 Tigers questions. Which one do you want, Lions or Tigers?
I'll draw the short straw. I have no Tigers.
Tigers. All right. Do you want question 1 or question 2?
Question 2.
All right. Question 2 for Tigers. Justin, Lions or Tigers?
Tigers.
Tigers. All right. By default, you will get question 1 for the Tigers. And JB, do you want question 1 or question 2 for the Lions?
Give me question 2.
All right, question 2 for the Lions it is. All right, we will start with Sean since it is his show.
It's our show.
All right, so Sean, you had the Tigers and you chose question 2, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you guarantee the listening audience that despite this streak, the Tigers will win the AL Central?
Yes. And I'll tell you why we're going to win the AL Central, because the AL Central is shit. We all overrated it last year. Whether you guys want to admit it or not is inconsequential. We had a historically bad franchise in the division, and teams feasted on the Chicago White Sox, okay? Even though the Chicago White Sox are still bad right now, teams aren't feasting as much on them because guess what? These teams aren't that good. I'm sorry. We have this really weird fear of the Cleveland Guardians. I admit I'm guilty of it as well. But when you watch them play, really, other than Stephen Kwan, what has you shaking in your boots? I'm not being funny. I think the Twins are hot garbage. You've seen it all year. I think the Kansas City Royals are, I see you over there. Yes, the Tigers are going to find a way to win this division. It might not be pretty, but simply put, they've made too much ground on the rest of the division. They're not giving up 8 games.
All right, Sean, if you are done with your statement, you can say you rest your case.
I rest my case.
All right, Justin, you are next up on the Tigers' agenda, and your question is, which need is a must-have at the trade deadline? Arm or bat? You can only choose one.
Does the arm specifically a bullpen arm or a starter?
Whatever you want. Arm or bat.
I'm gonna go arm. I think that there is a big gap in this bullpen. There's a lot of innings that have to be picked up, especially with the inconsistencies with the starters. Your bullpen is going to have to be elite to make sure that you can make a run in the postseason. As much as we need a bat and I want a bat, I do feel like a critical deep bullpen arm to match Will Vest in the later innings is going to be huge for this team moving forward. I just don't think that, and also I don't believe we're going to get Eugenio Suarez, and that would be the bat that truly makes a difference and that actually would push us to that next level. I don't think that we're going to be willing to give up the assets that other teams that are in the market to win now and be aggressive to win now will be able to give the Diamondbacks. So I don't believe we're going to even get Eugenio Suarez, so I'd rather just make sure we have a lockdown bullpen arm.
Justin,
I rest my case.
Okay. All right. JB.
What's up?
You are next up on the agenda. We have Lions topics to talk about, and you chose question 1, correct?
2.
Oh, okay. Question 2. Which Lions rookie or second-year player will be the most impactful this season?
Oh, man, this is a good one. You know what? I got faith in the rookies right now, so I think choosing Tyleik Williams, number 1 overall, he's got a lot to prove. He knows it. There's a lot of weight on his shoulder as well, too, as you've heard in his interview as well. But I definitely think he is the main one that I'm going to stay locked in and focus on. If I had to choose a backup, I really was pushing and hoping for a Makai Wingo to step up and emerge as well, too. But obviously he's had his injuries as well, too. So It's just a wait and see for him, but I got to go with Tyreek Williams as my #1 rookie to emerge and be a top dog coming out of this season.
Why do you feel Tyreek Williams though?
Just given his tape from college as well too, he is basically the prototype of player that Dan Campbell wants. That grit player, that tough player who is not going to sit here and rest or take a snap off. And that's what I've seen from him from college as well. So I gotta go with him on that, and I rest my case.
All right.
Can I tap in and add one thing for after JB?
Absolutely.
Because I think that a lot of people will take Tate Ratledge, and I see that for sure, but I think that playing it with the D-line that Tyreek Williams will be playing with will only help him, where Tate Ratledge is going to be expected to take more of a load, which is going to cause Tyreek to be able to have the more stat output, and I think that I like your answer, JB.
All right, JB, at the end of mine, you'll make a poll with all 4 of our names in it, and the chat will decide at the end of the next segment who made the best argument. But for my question, it is Lions related. Who is the most important player to the Lions this season? Not named Jared Goff or Aiden Hutchinson, and why? And I didn't think I was gonna get this question, to be honest with you, but I gotta say Jahmyr Gibbs, because I think what Jahmyr Gibbs can deliver this team this year can be huge, man. Like, we all know, like, this is a running back by committee situation. We don't want to discredit anything David Montgomery is going to go out there and give us. We all know how great he is being a Lion so far in his tenure, but Jahmyr Gibbs has the potential to just Barry Sanders-esque, man. The type of things he can do with the football, the way he hits that second gear once he reaches the second level, it's ball game. It's over, bro. And not just that, the way that he plays in the backfield, the way he can, be put in the passing schemes. I'm really interested to see what our new OC, Johnny Moe, and how he's going to utilize Jahmyr Gibbs, because out of the backfield, whether it be through screen passes or just, lining up in the slot, or just handing off the football, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be so crucial for this Lions team that I believe this year is going to have more of an emphasis on running the football. And if that's going to be the case, he's going to be at the head of that. And I feel like this is also a year in which we may see Jahmyr Gibbs get a bulk of the carries over a David Montgomery going forward. So I think this is a big year for Gibbs, and he's going to go out there and show us why. He has the potential to be Offensive Player of the Year, flat out.
I like
Don't
this.
forget about Monty.
I like that. This was a cool. By the way, did you rest your case?
Yeah, I rest my case.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, you good, but Sean, I be cooking these up, man. You better ask the Woo Crew about me.
Let's
I
go.
get down with it.
Come prepared, man. Come prepared. Of course, in the chat, you guys can vote who best made their case. You're going to have to excuse our buddy Justin. His attention has been diverted the past 4 minutes. With the news coming out, Michigan football will open its 2026 season against Western Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
In Germany. So Justin had to reach out to his dad to see if the castle in Dusseldorf was going to be available that week.
Oh, shit.
So Justin's going to fly all of us out to Dusseldorf next year to watch Michigan take on Western Michigan in Germany.
Hey, Sean, do not let Neil Rule figure out that is their first game. He is going to torture Justin.
He is. Oh my
He is
God,
going to
dude.
absolutely torture
I'm
Justin.
not ready for it. I'm not.
Holy
He's going to be
shit.
all over me all year, all summer next year. It's going to be like, oh, what are you going to be doing on August 30th when Michigan plays Western Michigan?
Have you guys, like, seriously, you guys have gotten the NFL is so desirous of putting a team over there, it's disgusting.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like we can drop that now, because before people would say, oh, it would never work. Yes, it would. They are so desirous of getting a team over there. To be honest with you, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. I really am. I'm surprised that it hasn't happened yet. Why else are now you seeing colleges do stuff like that? Come on, man. That'd be cool, though. That's like a trip. Germany's awesome, by the way. Have you ever been?
No, I haven't. I haven't been to Europe yet.
Have you been? You've never been to Milan?
Right.
No. I've never been to Europe.
Germany's awesome.
I'm supposed to go, I think, in like the next 2 years. I'm planning on going to Europe at one point.
Okay.
Germany's, like, food-wise, too. Oh, my gosh.
Is Germany your favorite European country?
Switzerland. Switzerland was...
All right. I've heard great things about Switzerland.
I think I know why Switzerland was your favorite, Sean.
there were so many hotties there. It was like I think there's a rule. There's like a law in Switzerland. Like you have to be hot to live there. Like I'm serious. It was no, really. Just that Germanic food, and then like southern Switzerland, they kind of have that French flair. And I was able to speak en français to some people there and everything. So it was really. I loved Switzerland. Don't get me wrong, I was just in Greece, but Switzerland, Germany. 1 and 2
Hold
for
on,
me.
can you see Sean speaking French to anybody?
I know that it always makes people laugh
because he's a Montreal Canadiens fan. So
Bon après-midi,
yeah, that is true.
Monsieur, all right.
Man over here.
Salut. Yeah, he taught me everything I know. All right, we're gonna do some. Justin has 5 questions. We'll get back to that as well. Don't go anywhere. Don't forget Big D Energy. It's a Friday, so you know Neil's got a lot of fun things cooked up. Make sure to tap in. He's in with Terry Foster today. Keep it here for Shep and Braylon. I think they've had a couple of hot weeks, and of course the heavyweights every day doing what they do. What do we got here, JB?
I believe we have Lady Jane's.
I can talk about Lady Jane's. I've got my hair cut at Lady Jane's for 2 decades, man. And why haven't you yet? The reality is if you get your hair cut here, you're going to be back. Why? Because we're simple guys. We like simple stuff. We like gimmies on the golf course. We're uncomplicated, right? And that's just the best thing about Lady Jane's. What's cool about sitting in the studio, you watch people come in, get themselves a haircut, have some conversation, watch some sports. You get out, you go about your day. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, haircuts for men. I've said it once, I've said it 271,000 times. It's wicked awesome.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
It's part beauty, part beast. It's for those who dare to be different, for those who want to stand out, and for those who are built for more. The all-new Ineos Grenadier combines strength and style for an unmatched driving experience. Sold exclusively at Feldman Ineos of Waterford.
Oh shit, that's me. God damn. Shout out to Sean, man. Sean is hilarious. But Loom Cannabis Company, man, I definitely could use some Loom Cannabis in my life. And you could too, man, because they got this new drink that's taking over the nation, man. Buzzing. And it comes in some of your favorite flavors, watermelon, cherry, strawberry, or you can cool off with the 2 new summer flavors, raspberry lemonade and peach. It does have 7.5 milligrams of pure THC, because who don't love that, man? And you can get this at 38 of Loom's locations across Michigan. Use that code WSN30 on the screen right there to get 30% off your entire order. And you can start by shopping at loom.com.
Salut, ici Baligian.
Here we go.
Bienvenue, Sportif de Woodward. So glad you could join us on a Friday morning. Yeah, I don't exactly seem like the cultured guy. But
Yeah, I know, right?
I kind of had it shoved down my throat by my grandmother when I was a kid.
Hey, well, that...
Like, honestly, she was like, you're going to learn this, and this is what we had to learn, and you're going to learn it.
No,
So
I mean,
really,
that's fire, though. You can't judge a book by its cover. You are a living example of that.
Shout out to my long-deceased grandmother for, like, literally making me learn it when I was a kid. All right, college football. I know most of you are just waiting for Michigan State on that Friday night. Most of you are waiting for Michigan. You know, shout out to Wayne State. We get to start on September 4th. Love to see you down in Midtown Detroit. Week 0 is officially when college football season starts. It is 29 days away. Justin has 5 questions. I'm looking forward to this, Justin.
I actually have 5 takes for you to react to,
takes?
and they are Sats Saturday Sizzlers because they're all hot.
Oh, look, he got a name and everything.
I was cooking.
Pop your
Don't
shit.
you worry. So number 1, Michigan will go 10-2 and make the playoff after their disappointing season last year.
I have that. I feel the exact same way. I've said it for 2 months. I'm sorry. I hope you guys take that. You'll know when I'm legitimately taking a shot at you.
Yes.
Okay. And
you're pretty fair, Sean.
I think your schedule. That's the way to do your schedule. If anything, I'd take Oklahoma off the schedule. There's no reason to. There's no reason to do it anymore.
If you took Oklahoma off the schedule, they would be a lock to make the playoffs.
Yeah, big.
There's no reason to schedule those games anymore.
No,
None.
you saw Signetti do it with Virginia, and Virginia's not even good. But it was like, yeah, we'll just play it, an FCS school. I mean, the SEC does it, so why would we do it?
There's no reason to schedule those games. I give them a tip of the cap. I'm never going to complain. This is what college football created. Okay. So I as much as I want to dog Penn State for their shit out of conference schedule, I can't. It's smart. It's the right thing to do. Justin, I feel this. I said it. You know what's really weird? KG, you'll probably remember this.
Yeah.
A lot of Michigan fans got mad at me because I said 10-2 in playoffs.
Which is nuts.
And I was sitting back going, "What are you mad at?
Yeah.
What? Why on earth would you be mad at that?
Hey,
right?
we don't speak for the Amazing Blue fans, so whoever that was, I don't know what the fuck you was tripping about.
I think this is going to be a team that goes like this during the course of the season, and it all comes back to their quarterback. He's a freshman. He's going to do freshman things. As talented as the kid is, I got no beef with that. I got no beef with that.
I just struggle with that double-digit win. Like, I don't know. One win is really the difference to me. 9-3 in playoffs, absolutely agree. But
I'm making the playoffs at 9-3.
And that's what I kind of wanted to get into, Justin, because you said that with a 9-3 record for Michigan wouldn't get them in the playoff.
You saw it last year with Alabama. Alabama's just as big of a brand and just as big of a conference, and you saw them get out for SMU. I mean,
do you remember all the slapdicks around here? I mean, we have to call some people out because it was almost like Oprah last year. You know what I'm saying, JB? Yeah. You're going to the playoffs. You're going to the playoffs. You're going to the It doesn't work that way, especially with so many teams that have shitty schedules. And the one thing that everybody discounted last year, okay, was the Indianas, the Boise's, the SMUs. Everybody discounted that, okay? You have to remember there are going to be 2 or 3 more teams like that this year. Hey, listen, Kirk Ferentz has made a whole career on that type of shit, right? I mean, what if the Ferentzes do and somehow, some way, a 2-loss Iowa team is sitting there at the end of the year? You don't think that they're going to put a premium on that? That's one thing that I think we all have to get used to.
I think so too. Speaking of those early season out-of-conference games, the biggest one is Texas at Ohio State in the first week of the season. And I believe that Ohio State's going to win that game, and it is going to send mass panic through the Longhorn fan base as they finish the year 9-3 and miss the playoffs.
Oh, come on,
That's
bro.
rough.
Nah, I can't see that for Steve and the boys. I can't.
But this is why. They play at Ohio State in week 1, at Georgia in week 4 or 5, and then they play at Florida in the end of the year. I think all those are losses, and they're going to go 9-3, and they're going to miss the playoff.
You guys, can I just say this? Like, that's a noon game. The first big Saturday of the year.
Yeah.
If you're not nude for that, like honestly,
No,
don't.
that's
Isn't there a rule? Like, okay, I'm my pants usually the whole thing's coming off. I'm just gonna tell the kids stay away from home today. Dad's nude all day. Okay. That's it. Sorry.
Just
Our
let
poor
it
intern,
crack.
our poor intern sitting there right now going, I want out of this
what
place.
the hell?
What show did I walk in?
All right.
Just letting it hang out, man.
I'm
Swang.
count me in anytime you want to call Texas overrated. They have been the most overrated college football program in my entire lifetime, other than that small period of time where Mac had them going. Okay, do you know how many times I've heard Texas is back?
Yeah,
Every
they've
year.
said it a lot.
It's been for years.
Hook 'em
For years.
horns, man.
Mac had that small window where he had some legit powerhouses with a super quarterback by the name of Vince Young.
Oh, man.
Other than that, was
I
he
missed them
fun?
days.
Oh my gosh, was he fun? But I know you Michigan fans didn't have much fun with him.
No,
but,
of course not.
that game was unbelievable. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to see you right. I think people around here are fearing Ohio State, and they're showing their fears of Ohio State by talking about how they're really not that good. I think that's real.
Yeah, I think Ohio State will do what they always do, and that's reload. And what I think there's going to be is an interesting thing in the Big Ten Championship game this year. I think they're going to re-rack Michigan versus Ohio State after whatever result happens in the game. I think they're both going to be the two highest record teams in the Big Ten, and they will rematch in the Big Ten title game.
Holy shit. Would that be fun?
That'd be awesome.
In Indy? Oh my gosh, that would be fun.
One of a kind.
Oh, dude, that would be cool. All right, what else you got?
There will be a first-time playoff appearance from a team in the SEC, and that is Texas A&M.
No,
don't you dare! Don't you do that to me, KG.
Yeah, I know I'm talking shit, but you said which team, Justin?
Texas A&M.
Oh gosh, we'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah, I know, for real.
We'll never. The 12th man bullshit. Oh, we'll never hear the end of it. We'll never hear the end of it. What's their schedule look like? I'm gonna have to go out. I'm gonna go home and grab my Phil Steele and do a deep dive.
It's pretty easy. They have all their big games at home. Their only tough road games are at Notre Dame in Week 3, who they don't have a quarterback right now, and away against Texas in the last game of the season. Other than that, all the rest of their games are at home. That are their tough opponents, and I just think that they have a very manageable schedule. They have the quarterback. They have the second highest production rate returning in the country from last year, and they have monsters on their D-line and their O-line, and that's how you win in college football, is in the trenches.
Yeah, they lost some talent, though. They did over this last draft. But who is the quarterback for Texas A&M?
I don't even know right now.
His name is Reed. I forgot his first name, but he's a dual threat. He came in last year, led them to a bunch of remarkable wins, including a huge win against LSU last year. I really like him as a quarterback. I was watching some tape on him the other day. And speaking of LSU, my last take is LSU will have an abysmal season and will finish with less than 7 wins.
That's got
7 wins or less.
That'll be the end of BK.
Oh yeah.
That's
my family.
It's got to be the end of BK.
I know they have a
It's-
great transfer portal class coming in, but at the end of the day,
It's too little, too late.
Garrett Nussmeier is a bum, and he is just awful under pressure on the road. He can't win big games. I mean, how many more times are you going to let the guy have a chance to go do it? It's like Drew Aller.
Right.
At one point, we just got to call a spade, and Garrett Nussmeier is not an elite college football quarterback. He never will be, and I don't see it. He's the second Heisman odds right now, and I think that's just Vegas trying to steal money from people, because that's ridiculous that he's above guys like Lenore Sellers and DJ Lagway.
I got to be honest with you, I'm a little pissed off because I think one of my annual Labor Day traditions the last few years is watching BK and LSU fall flat on their face on either that Sunday or Monday.
He keep getting free passes.
Oh, they will.
Like,
But
they got Clemson week 1.
He's got to be one of the most overrated coaches
of course.
in college football.
But instead of being the Sunday or Monday game, as you said, it's the Saturday night game. So while it doesn't hit as special, it was more special on Sunday or Monday for me.
Because it was the only game.
To get it Saturday night is going to be fun. I can't wait for that.
And then while we're on BK, we'll talk about his old alma mater. I do think Notre Dame's going to find the way to squeak into the playoff like they always do.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No surprise at all. All right, do we have to break, JB? Or do you want to just...
We just if you just read off Feldman, KG, I think you got Feldman.
No, I got Feldman right here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very familiar with Feldman. You should become familiar with Feldman. There's probably one close to you. There are 5 locations all over town: Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, Get those L's up. Livonia, Lansing, and Novi. That's our spot. It's where we got my daughter's car. Check out these specials this month. 2025 Silverado 1500 crew. Only $189 a month via the lease. The 2026 Equinox LT, $209 a month. This offer ends August 10th, so make sure you get there quickly. All right? So fantastic. And then you can fight off that sneeze as well.
Hey, JB, real quick, announce who won the State Your Case game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Here, let me get back to the polls over here. Ending the poll right now. Ooh, it was close. It was actually really close on this one. So, who made the best argument? Coming in second, Sean.
Damn.
With 34%. And your winner, KG, at number one.
Boy,
with
KG.
39%.
What's the
But it was very
fix-in?
close.
Wow, KG came up with a game and won.
Wow,
isn't that a...
Sean, being real, you can ask them, man. Normally, when I make these types of games, I never win them. Like, honestly, I have yet to win one of my own games. This is the first time. So, shout out to me.
Hey, that's crazy. Wow, play stupid games, get stupid prizes. That's what I get.
I made the best argument. I can't wait to play that game with Maz because I know he's going to have a good time with it. But these questions will change. We'll talk about different topics. I want to do one where we talk about all four teams and, because I got to get your take on, what's going on with the Red Wings and stuff. But, yeah, I look forward to doing that more. Yeah, I read newsflash, they suck. But I look forward to doing that more.
I am. This is going to be such a strange year, like, for the Red Wings. It really is. It's going to be. Justin, I got to be honest with you. I don't know. I'm pretty convinced that they're less than the rest of the division. And again, when you play in the toughest division in hockey, but yet at the same time, I think they're better than last year. Do the Habs come back down to earth, even though they added two pretty good guys that are going to be in for an entire season now? Ottawa is the one I don't know about. Ottawa, to me, is kind of in this area right now. They could go like this or they could go like that. It's going to be interesting to see what this division looks like to me, man. It is.
No, it really is. I think that there's going to be so much variety, and there's going to be so many teams that improved, and it's just going to be about, does the young talent take enough steps to push this team in the next level, honestly, unless they somehow make a trade, which they don't look like they're going to.
I don't give a crap what anybody says, and Neil and I have gone back and forth on this many times. I am not a summer guy. When I was a kid, when you're a kid, summer seemed to last forever and you loved every second of it. Man, just fast forward the next 4 weeks for me, man.
Yeah.
Get me. I want done with the overreaction from these stupid exhibition games, okay?
I hear you, yeah.
I promise you on this show, I'm never going to overreact over dumb shit that happens in the exhibition season. You're never going to get that on this show, okay? But get me to that first week.
Yes.
Get me to week 0. Get me to week 1. Get me to that first Thursday night game, man, in the National Football League. And then all of a sudden you start talking about training camp starting for the Wings. Yeah. And then just behind it, you got, the Piston hype starts to come in and everybody's excited. We talked about earlier in the week. I'm not saying the Pistons are going to win the division. Can they go up and grab a 4 seed? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I just want to see progression. So, such a great time of year, man. And then, of course, the postseason, if the Tigers are a part of it.
They're going to be part of it.
I know they are. They're going to be a part of it.
They're going to be okay, man. They're going to be okay. They do need
I
some
just
help.
want this to end, this weekend. Can we...
To me, it's all about the trade deadline. Whatever happens between now and July 31st really doesn't matter. It's all about what the hell are they going to do at the trade deadline at this point. Because
they got to
do something.
They got to get a spark from somewhere, and I hate when people say, maybe they should have a closed-door meeting, right? That's the fix-all. Don't worry.
Right. The
hey,
players
guys,
only.
Well, this is the spark that they're talking about per Evan Pretzel. Ryan McMahon and Cabrian Hayes are trade targets for the Detroit Tigers.
Oh, that's it.
All right.
That's it.
The Saviors are coming.
AJ needs to have the meltdown. Now, who's the leader on this team? He needs to get in everybody's grill and have the closed-door meeting. I don't give a shit. Go pick up Bednar. Go pick up Suarez. Go pick up the guys that Justin just mentioned. Find that spark. They're not as bad as they've been the last month.
No, you can't tell me
they aren't as good as they were the first 3 months either. Can we all kind of confess to that?
They've hit
right
a wall.
Now?
They've hit the proverbial wall.
A little bit of a slump. That's all.
All right. Hey, boys, great first week. Pleasure being with you.
Awesome,
Looking forward to working with you guys all week. Justin, always love seeing you in. So hopefully you're going to be in with us next week?
Yeah.
Please make me happy and come up with college football stuff like that.
I will.
No, yeah, we can throw Justin on the couch. We got space for him
on the couch.
Yeah, right. Pause.
I kind of like that's my psychiatrist.
The same way.
Sean, what do you see when I show you this football? Or this picture, football.
Right.
What about this picture? College football. That's where a lot of people's minds are right now. All right, listen, peace to you guys. Make sure you stick around for Big D. Of course, you've got Shep and Bray coming up. Heavyweights tonight. In the meantime, for the boys, thanks for checking us out here on Woodward Sports. Later.
Deuces.